This video is about the goddess Diana, and I've been studying Acts. Diana, Artemis. Artemis is the moon god. That's where your birthdays come from. That's where the Artemis, Apollo, and them come from. So if you're exposing NASA and Apollo and all them, but you're celebrating birthdays, y'all are worshiping the same god, Artemis. Diana, the moon god. The goddess Diana in Roman, Diana was the goddess of the hunt, similar to the Greek goddess Artemis, the daughter of Jupiter. Diana was born with her twin brother Apollo on the land of Delos. And there's Diana with the crescent moon, divine huntress. Goddess Diana, goddess and cult, goddess of wild animals. Diana, Artemis of the Ephesians. Now in the book of Acts, Acts 17 says, men of Athens are too superstitious, and devotions an altar with an inscription to an unknown god who they ignorantly worship. God does not dwell in temples made with hands, neither is worshipped with men's hands. Let's go to Acts 14, 8 through 18. This man was healed. The man had faith to be healed. That's what healed this man. If you read Acts 14, 8 through 18, which is right here. And there sat a certain man in Lystra, and his feet, being crippled from birth, from his mother's womb, who had never walked. The same heard Paul speak steadfastly, beholding him, and perceiving that he had faith to be healed. What did he have? He had faith to be healed. Said with a loud voice, stand up on thy feet, and he leaped up and walked. So what did he have? Again, he had faith to be healed. Faith to be healed. Again, faith to be healed. Paul perceived that he had faith to be healed, and said with a loud voice, stand upright and walk. They called. And when the people saw Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in the speech of Laodicea, the gods have come down unto us in the likeness of men. They called Barnabas Jupiter, and Paul Mercury, because he was the chief speaker. Then the priests of Jupiter, which before their city brought oxen and garland unto the gates of the city, and done sacrifices, which the apostles Barnabas heard Paul, and they ripped their clothes, and among the people crying out, saying, sirs, why are you doing these things? We are also men of like passions with you, and preach unto you that you should turn from these vanities unto the living God, which made heaven and earth and the sea and all the things that are therein, who in times past suffered all nations to walk in their own ways. Nevertheless, he left not without witness in that he did good and gave us rain from heaven. Where are we? Acts 17, rain from heaven and fruitful seasons, hearts with food and gladness, and with these sayings Cyrus restraints thy people that they had not done sacrifices unto them. So what's going on here? They are worshiping. This man had faith. That's what made him healed and get up and walk. And these people rendered their clothes and were crying out, saying, Sirs, why do you do this? We are also men like passions like you. So they're not accepting that they're gods that they're gods from Jupiter. They thought the goddess Diana, right here, the goddess Diana with the moon on her head coming down from Jupiter, the goddess of the hunt. Paul and Barnabas told them not to do this foolish stuff and that they are men just like them. So you people that are out there saying you are gods and goddesses and want worshipped like the Greek gods, you're not healing or doing anything for people. You need to come out of that foolishness. You are actually worshiping unknown gods. See, Diana. Who is Diana and who was the direct goddess? The goddess of childbirth, of fertility, the goddess of the moon, as well as patron goddess of wild beasts, best known as goddess of the hunt, with her secret animal being the deer bear, equivalent to Artemis. Artemis, the moon god. She was not only the moon goddess, but was worshipped as the moon. You're worshiping the moon, the crescent moon. You're not healing or doing anything. I believe my healing comes from my faith. Just like Paul said here, they called Barnabas Jupiter and Paul Mercury's because he was the chief speaker. They told these gentlemen to stop and they rent their clothes. They didn't accept worship and praise at all. Gods and goddesses of the New World Order, that's what you see with these Hollywood stars, your singers, your musicians. The crescent moon, the moon. Artemis, what do they call the space thing? NASA calls it Artemis. What's the birthday god? The birthday goddess? Let's go look up the birthday goddess. See the crescent moon? Goddess from your birthday. That's why birthdays are very, very pagan. It's from God and goddess worship. That's why I do not do birthdays whatsoever. It's the moon, the god. The moon goddess Artemis. Artemis, the birthday goddess. See the crescent moon there? Happy birthday. It's all goddess stuff. Yeah. So, there you have it. There is the study of Acts and Diana. Who Diana is and what They were worshiping strange gods, and they were told not to. There wasn't no god coming down from Jupiter or Mercury, which is your birthday, your crescent moon, and Diana. And guess where that brings us back to? The seat of Satan and Pergamos and Zeus. The seat of Satan. The seat of Satan, which is why I did this video. Because we're back to the seat of Satan, which is in Pergamon, which I did that video. Here we go. The seat of Satan. Ancient Pergamon, which is Zeus, and here it's all your gods and goddesses here, that he's told them not to do it. And your healing comes from your faith. Nothing else. Not no pagan gods and goddesses sitting with Zeus in the seat of Satan in Pergamon. Okay.